Broken Sword 3 with me, Classic Gamer, where we now arrived in Montfaucon, and we're about to get onto probably, I would say this is probably a more favourite part of mine than Cesaro's castle in Prague is. First things first, we're going to examine this tool bag.
In the open tool bag, I could see a sewer key. In the open tool bag, I could see a sewer key.
Hey, monsieur! Leave those tools alone!
Me? Well, I was just admiring them.
Well, do it from further away! Monsieur!
Sorry. Ah, the Montfaucon manhole. Happy memories. I couldn't lift a big iron cover like that with my bare hands. The mustache, the attitude, the ass hanging out of the pants. It was the same guy I'd met years ago at the bombed-out cafe. Of course, back then I was still in Fighting Evil Conspiracies Junior League. Hi, how you doing?
Ça va? As long as we don't have another earthquake.
Well, you should be safe here, by the old church.
You're joking. Look at it.
But it's medieval.
Medieval? Shoddy, you mean? Should be torn down and replaced with something modern.
Really?
Something nice in concrete and steel. Built to be earthquake-proof.
You think there's gonna be more quakes?
Of course. And look at all that rubble. The thing's a death trap. Wait a minute. You seem very familiar to me, monsieur.
Me? Oh, I doubt it.
But of course. You're the guy who gave me that racing tip.
Oh, right, so I am.
That horse made a fortune for me. Turned my whole life around.
Guess I'm just a natural.
It's a gift, monsieur. A gift.
But how come you're still digging up roads?
I've got my own company now, monsieur. And a drill. See? Not a pig. If you have any more tips like that one...
You'll be the first to know. What exactly are you doing here?
These damned earthquakes are screwing everything up. There's plenty of stuff underground needs fixing after that last shock.
So you're digging a hole for the utilities guys to get to the damage?
That's it. And the sooner we're out of here, the happier I'll be.
You said we. I don't see anybody else working.
My workmate, Alphonse, is snoring up a storm in the cab of my truck.
Why isn't he helping you?
Medical exemption. He's got a piece of paper from his doctor saying he is clinically seismophobic.
He's afraid of earthquakes?
Just so, monsieur.
And you believe it?
You can't argue with a piece of paper, can you?
He's not the same voice actor, but I think he does just as good a job.
So, how did you end up with this Alphonse guy?
Positive discrimination. We have to take on a set number of cowardly idiots every year.
Nice.
I was just wondering, that sewer key you have there.
No,
I haven't even asked yet.
you were going to. You got a thing about sewers, haven't you?
Well, yeah, maybe, but...
My old sewer key went missing after our last meeting.
Hey, don't forget, I gave you that winning horse.
True. So, get me another winner, and I'll let you make free with my toolbox.
Some hope. I'd have to think of another way of getting it.
Monsieur, you're doing it again.
Hey, I did you a good turn once. You could give me a break.
If I do, monsieur, it'll be your neck. Monsieur!
Sorry.
Right, so I'm going to do this bit first because this bit really is quite funny. And I just watched an LP of a guy who played this game, but he was doing it blind, and he found this bit hilarious, and it is hilarious.
The guy was sleeping like a baby. Hey, you! I'd seen dead people with more life in them than this guy. Hey, you! Hey, you! Hey, you! Hey, you! It was the compressor that powered the pneumatic drill.
Mon Dieu! So help me!
It was the compressor that powered the pneumatic drill.
Hey! Alphonse! What do you think you're doing, idiot?
What do you mean?
You cut off the compressor.
No, what do you mean calling me an idiot? This is no way to treat family.
What are you talking about? We are not family.
But if I were, you would be ashamed.
Only ashamed I hired you, you turnip.
You take that back.
You are right. It is an insult to vegetables.
I ought to knock your block off.
Then why don't you try?
Because you'd kill me.
Ah, not a complete idiot then.
There's intercoms on the wall. I never noticed that before. Oh, you can't really do anything with them.
On the boarded up door was a notice. Due to local seismic events and out of concern for the safety of our patrons, we will be closed for the foreseeable future. I didn't want the notice, and I didn't want to break into the cafe.
You've done it again, you half-wit.
I'm not a half-wit.
I was rounding up.
What am I supposed to have done anyway?
You turned the compressor off again.
I haven't done anything.
You never do anything. Turn it off again and you'll know what real trouble is.
Is that a threat?
Yes. What of it?
Nothing. I'm just getting good at spotting them, that's all.
Oh man, I just love this bit.
Mon Dieu. So help me.
Oh, what is it now?
Have a guess.
Is it my turn to get the sandwiches?
The compressor. You turned the compressor off again.
Did I?
Unless the compressor was switched off by an unexpected event at the quantum level.
Oh, I try not to do anything at the quantum level.
It's rare for you to do anything at any level.
Look, Monsieur Flobage, I am really not doing anything to the compressor!
Bottom line, Alphonse, I don't want that compressor cutting out again. Understood?
Oh, it will, but just one more time.
Mon Dieu, so help me! Hey, Alphonse, what do you think you're doing?
While the workman
idiot?
was looking the other way, I borrowed his sewer key. Funny, every time I get involved in saving the world, I turn into a kleptomaniac.
Look, Alphonse, I am tired of arguing with you. Just be sure it doesn't happen again, huh?
I couldn't lift a big iron cover like that with my bare hands. With only the faintest shudder of déjà vu, I prepared once again to get intimate with the Parisian sewers. come on, you piece of... I couldn't understand it. I'd once lifted this very manhole easily. Perhaps I'd let myself go.
Eh, monsieur? That's not my sewer key by any chance.
No! What do you take me for?
You just happen to carry one around with you.
Of course. Doesn't everybody?
Sure. Anyway, you're wasting your time. That cover was welded down years ago, during the Sieur Jacques panic.
Great. If I wanted to shift that cover, it'd take something a whole bunch stronger than me. I couldn't lift a big iron cover like that with my bare hands. Especially not if it was welded shut. Hi again. I didn't want anything else from the bag.
Right, now, our second part of this really rather funny level is over here, actually. Have a look at the fountain.
One of these days, I was going to see this fountain working. Not today, though. There wasn't a whole bunch I could do with the fountain except admire it.
Right.
Hi, how are you?
Alive, thank God.
I know the feeling. Nice view of Montfaucon Square you've got here.
What's the point of a view when life's not worth a sou?
Hey, you're not one of those crazy hip-happening street poets, are you?
Don't be ridiculous, monsieur. I look after a pissoir.
Have you met that road worker over there?
Bah! That dog comes over here willy-nilly taking advantage of my facilities.
Isn't that
Willy-nilly.
what your facilities are for?
Yes, sir. But not with such enjoyment.
What do you mean, enjoyment?
He whistles, he sighs, he spits, and he jiggles.
Jiggles, huh?
Jiggles. He has no shame.
Jiggles.
It's a national disgrace.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, it's a urinal, not a cathedral.
Bah, men, you are all the same. And when you are not jiggling, you are watching football. Go!
This wasn't going to be easy. The lady clearly needed years of Jungian analysis, and I didn't have time to wait. So what do you do?
I'm a brain surgeon. What do you think?
I think you look after this pissoir.
Zut alors! No flies on you, monsieur.
As long as I don't go in there.
And just what is that supposed to mean? Huh?
Whoa, my mistake. I backed off. It's a well-known fact that toilet attendants account for the majority of homicides in France. Must be the bleach blocks.
Have you noticed she's still got her bloody slippers on?
You take pride in your work?
This pissoir is the cleanest and most hygienic in all France.
That must take a lot of dedication.
Yes, sir. In this job, the harder you work, the more other people just pass water upon your efforts.
I know the feeling. It's all very well having urinals here if I want to... But if a guy wants to, you know...
You shall have to use facilities elsewhere, monsieur. As you can see, the toilets were damaged in the earth tremor.
It was a clean, well-maintained pissoir.
Now wash your hands.
A little old lady was sitting by the urinal, or pissoir, as the French call them. I guessed she was some kind of concierge. Hi again.
Right, so if we come over here, obviously we need something to open up that cover. And up on this walkway, or this scaffolding, I can get the thing to... There we go.
What? Who, me?
What do you think you're doing up there?
Admiring the view. I can see right into your pissoir from here.
Pervert! Get down from there before I call the police.
Okay, I'm coming.
Right, so we can't get up there while she... Oh, come on. So let's try again.
Hey, you up there!
Oh, hi there.
I will not have you keeping Tom spying on my customers while they do their business.
Hey, I'm not spying on anybody.
Want to explain that to the police?
No, not really. Coming down.
Right. One more time. You get some rather funny responses. So, come on. Thank you. Up we go. I think 3 times is maximum you can do it.
Get down from there!
Oops. Busted.
Right, let's go and talk to her again for another interesting and rather funny conversation.
Hi again. Any good gutters around here?
Quoi? A gutter?
Yeah, a common roadside gutter. I need to whiz, lady.
A whiz? What is this whiz, monsieur? Mon Dieu! You mean you wish to... in a gutter? But monsieur, you have already used the facilities.
Don't remind me. It's just that when nature calls, there's sometimes a bit of an echo. You know what I mean?
Why in the name of all that is hygienic do you want to use a gutter when there is a perfectly clean pissoir here?
That might pass for clean in the old world, lady. But I'd rather whiz in a gutter any day.
This is an outrage. I shall investigate.
You do that.
So obviously, now we've got a distracted, we can get up there and get the item that's up there. There is an item we need up there. But we're not going to do that.
Hi again. Any joy with your filthy cesspit?
It is spotless. I checked it myself.
You got rid of those cigar butts?
Cigar butts? There were no... Were there?
You didn't see him? Gee, I'd better not mention the dead rat then.
Out of my way.
Right, while she's doing that, we'll go and talk to Fromage. Or whatever his fucking name.
It was the road worker I'd first met years ago. Hi again.
You can't. Damn.
Hi again. Hey, you'll never guess what I saw in your pissoir.
Stand aside.
Oh, you only can do it twice, unfortunately. Get up there, George.
length of rope hung from the scaffolding. You never know when you might need a length of rope.
Get down from there!
Oops, busted.
Yep. Quickest way to get down there is just to get caught. Now, what we want to do with this length of rope is we can't open that manhole cover, can't we? It's welded shut. So, what do we have in our usefulness that can help us with that? Well, we have something right in front of us. The truck.
There was no anchor point to tie the rope to.
Right, okay.
I tied the rope to the sewer key. I didn't have the horsepower to lift that cover, but I knew something that did.
Hey! What are you doing?
Just setting something up. You'll love this.
You've anchored the van.
Let me ask you a hypothetical question. Your driver
Alphonse? Damn his cowardly liver.
is scared of earthquakes, right? What would he do if there was an earthquake right now?
He'd slam the truck into gear and get out of here like... Oh,
That's right. With a manhole following him home.
he would never live it down.
Is that a bad thing?
No, that's what sells your crazy scheme to me.
Welded shut. How distrustful can you get? Earthquake! Earthquake!
Magnifique! I don't know what I'll tell the insurance people, monsieur, but it was worth it.
Sprinkling sunshine into people's lives. I guess that was what I lived for. But right now, the sewer beckoned. My gateway to the subterranean world of Paris lay waiting. Whatever I was looking for was down there. Going back would have been pointless. The ladder led back up to the world above.
Okay, so we're here in the sewers. Remember this from Broken Sword 1?
This archway had been bricked up, and not that long ago either. No mystery there. I was the one who wrecked the original in the first place. The wall was well built and very, very solid. There was a faint inscription, but the decaying plaster made it almost impossible to read. I could make out some medieval French and some Latin, but not enough to squeeze out any meaning. I left the ancient archway alone. The inscriptions in the arches probably once told the truth about the extermination of the Templars. Like a lot of truths, time had blurred it. There was nothing I could do with the ancient archway that wouldn't have upset archaeologists.
So, in this particular area, there's nothing really, you can't really get through any of this. There's nowhere really to go. But they craftily added another sort of area which wasn't in the original game. It's down here. There's this door here. Now this is in the remastered or director's cut of the first game.
A big spooky skull stared out at me. The mouth looked out of proportion. I didn't like the idea of putting my hand in the skull's mouth. But hey, what the heck? I was only risking mutilation. No blade took my hand off at the wrist, and no spider bit me, for which I was very grateful. But there was nothing in there to help me either. I didn't like the idea of putting my hand in the skull's mouth. But hey, what the heck? I was only risking mutilation. No blade took my hand off at the wrist, and no spider bit me, for which I was very grateful. But there was nothing in there to help me either.
But we have something that can help us.
The strange stone object had been dropped by the guy who mugged me. The skull's mouth had the same shape as the stone cylinder. Aha! I could write a book on secret doors. I really could. Another day, another secret door. Another day, another secret door. I'd already unlocked that secret door once. The novelty value was all gone. I'd come all this way. I didn't want to go back now. Oh my God! Something truly nasty had happened here. A trail of blood led round the corner.
Right. I just want to go and check something quickly. Up here, where does it lead to? Does it lead anywhere? Ah, yes it does.
The door was ajar. I could hear voices. There were a couple of Cesaro's men, and they had brought a dog.
You hear something?
Nah,
How much longer we gotta be here?
like the boss says, till it's all over.
Or till that yank turns up and we kill him?
Yeah. And no guesses which one I prefer.
Me too. I hate that guy.
Well, now, let's be accurate, eh? You hate everyone.
True. True.
I couldn't risk attracting their attention. I could hear the men moving around. The symbols matched the cloth we'd found in the Congo. I would have been caught if I'd gone through the door. I had to find another way in without being seen.
Yeah, so we can't go that way. So we want to go back this way. We want to go this way.
There was a large pool of blood on the floor. We weren't talking chickens here. A trail of blood led away. Either someone had crawled away or been dragged. I wasn't gonna dip my fingers in this stuff. It was still fresh.
Oh, George. A rather very, just not very nice fucking description.
Cesaro and his men must have come through that way. They must have blocked it off behind them so no one else could get out that way. I wasn't going to get through there in a hurry. The bars were several inches thick. That wasn't the right approach.
Okay. Let's go down here and we'll go straight on first.
One of Cesaro's men was guarding the kitchen. I couldn't get through while he was there. I was gonna have to find a way to distract him.
Right, this bit can get rather... It can be hard if you don't know what you're doing.
I'd arrived too late. Cesaro and his men had shown no mercy for these poor souls. How could anyone do this? Cesaro's men had shown no mercy. A fire had been burning. It was still smoldering. The attack must have happened within the last few hours. I just wanted to leave him in peace. An unfinished chess game. There were only 2 pieces left. A bishop and a king. It was a no-win situation. It was one of the Templars. He'd been badly beaten. It was a very expensive coffee machine. Cesaro's men had smashed it up pretty good. I guess they didn't like coffee. It was too beaten up to work. My heart was racing enough already. I didn't need coffee. The sink was full of dirty, used mugs. The attack had obviously been sudden and unexpected. The microwave's oven control panel was smashed, but the 10-second button was still intact. Only useful if you needed to cook something for less than a minute, of course. The microwave suddenly sprang into life. It was going to make a noise. I had to hide, fast.
Right, you need to trap the guy in the room. Unfortunately, we don't have a key right now. So, I've just shown you this bit. If you try and trap him in the room and then run on, you will die. I warn you now, you will not survive. It is a definite death situation.
It was one of the Templars. He'd been badly beaten. Cesaro's men had shown no mercy. I didn't want to, but I had to search the body. The only thing on him was an old rusty key. It was an old key. Nope, that wouldn't work here. There wasn't a reason to try that.
Right, we all know what we're going to do, don't we?
The microwave suddenly sprang into life. It was going to make a noise. I had to hide, fast. This was one serious door.
Come on, close it.
It looked strong enough.
No, close the door.
Mission accomplished. The guy was now trapped in the room.
Thank God. Oh, that can get rather fucking annoying if you don't know what you're doing.
Nope, that wouldn't work here. That wasn't such a good idea. I locked the door for a reason. I needed that guard to stay in there. If I'd let him out, he'd have killed me for sure. The large door was keeping the guard in the room. He was a pretty useless guard. I could hear the guy muttering to himself. He sure didn't sound happy.
My cat has decided to come in my bedroom and just look at me. Now, I know what you want, cat, but you're not getting anything. You're not getting anything.
The guard had sat down to a hearty meal. Beans, egg, some chicken. How could anyone sit down to eat a meal surrounded by this carnage? It looked like an old map of Europe. Had to be 500 years old. On the shelves were a mixture of canned foods and game. Pheasant and beans, a Stobbart family favorite. Some cast iron pots with broth simmering in them. Sweet smells wafted over.
Right, what we need to do is go down here.
Game, hung ready for skinning and cooking. The Templars lived well. Rabbit, pheasant. Barrels full of hops and beer. It looks like the Templars even brewed their own beer.
I didn't want to run over my cat's tail, so I had to move her out of the way. But she insists on laying down right near my chair. And I can't have her there, because otherwise, if I go over her tail, she'll then be upset.
That was strange. The blood trail led to the wine rack, but then completely disappeared. No pool of blood, no body, no nothing.
Right, I never remember this puzzle. This is a puzzle. So I never remember it. So I'm actually going to look up this puzzle, because I always get stuck on this puzzle. Whenever I do, I always dread this bit. Apparently it's different every single time, but I don't believe that for a second. It can't be different every single time. It just doesn't make any sense.
It was a bottle of Italian wine. Modena Lambrusco. It was a bottle of French champagne, Montagne de Reims. It was a bottle of French wine, Chateau Barentois. It was a bottle of Israeli wine, Carmel Sauvignon Blanc. It was a bottle of French champagne, Montagne de Reims. It was a bottle of Italian wine. Modena Lambrusco. It was a bottle of Italian wine. Modena Lambrusco. Damn, that's not right.
I never remember this. The green wine from Israel. Okay.
It was a bottle of French wine. Chateau Barentois. It was a bottle of German wine. Wiesbaden. It was a bottle of French wine. Chateau Barentois. Hey, presto! To my delight, the wine rack moved to reveal a secret passage. The blood trail continued.
Right, so on we go.
Ah, Stobbart. We knew you would come.
Hey, you're the guy who mugged me outside the theater.
We had to have the key of Solomon. Now listen to me. Susaro is more powerful than we thought. There isn't much time. You must find the others. Protect the key.
Where is it?
Look for the statue. It hides the...
Hides what? I wasn't gonna get any more from the guy. It was the body of the guy who'd taken the key from me outside the theater. He'd tried to tell me something about a statue. I couldn't find any clues. Whatever he was trying to protect, it was clearly worth laying his life down for. The secret door was very well hidden. I couldn't tell where the secret door ended and the wall began. The door had closed behind me. It was at times like these I wished I didn't walk through every open door I encountered. The broken clock had stopped at 3:42. Cesaro's men must have been here for at least an hour. They must have been desperate. Hardly anything had been left untouched. The clock was smashed so badly it was beyond repair. They'd looked everywhere for the key. I hope they found it.
I'm sure that's a mistake in the things there. I hope they found it. No, you don't hope that, George, because that would be very bad for you.
It was just a door. Nothing interesting about it. There was nothing behind the door, or my ear problem was back.
Okay, guys, I think we're going to call that video because we've run out of time. So next time we will venture through the door and find out exactly what's going on and see if we can find the others that guy was talking about. So until then, guys, thanks once again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ta for now.